How would you suggest that store owners balance aesthetics versus functionality? Because isn't that the balancing act when you're designing and you're trying to remodel a store, the aesthetics versus the functionality, and how have you done that?
Wow, we really struggled with that on the new store on Seneca.
Hmm.
Especially when we had to flip where the customer service area and the dryers went. Um, Functionality is number one. It's
Hmm.
got to be functional, or you
Hmm.
can't make any money. You can't make any money. You don't have a store, and you're out of
Hmm.
business pretty quickly. So
Hmm.
functionality is number one. And then if you can put the aesthetics on top of that, then layer it with the aesthetics. So when you're coming in, um, you look at it, always look at it from the customer's point of view.
Hmm.
Who is your target customer? What does he or she want to see when they walk in? What are they going to do? They've got their big, heavy thing of laundry. Automatic doors are awesome when you can put those in and
Hmm.
go right to the big machine, make it easy for them. Um, I often don't go get milk at the local Kroger's because it's clear in the back of the store. I'll go to the
Hmm.
little Brahms. Josh, you know what Brahms is.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the
I'll go
best.
to the Brahms because I pop in, milk's right there, or whatever little quick grocery thing. It's like a convenience store thing.
Convenience.
It's
Yeah.
in the back because because that's the way the store is designed. Refrigerated stuff's on the outside. But
Hmm.
um, what does your customer really want?
Hmm.
In this case, I want one thing. I want to go in and get it. I got a really heavy load. Bring it in. So functionality is number one.
Hmm.
Aesthetics, layer that on top, as well as you can. Uh,
Hmm.
but don't design for making it pretty and hiring a designer for all the cute little things. And then, okay, now I
Hmm.
got to make it a laundromat. How do I put washers, dryers in here?
Right.
Functionality
Right.
number one.
Right. Right.
I
Great.
talk too much. I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. I love it. Josh, how about you? How do you walk that fine line between aesthetics and being functional?
I remember back whenever my first job in high school was at a grocery store, and I worked in the produce department. And I remember the one thing I ever got growing up, I think I remember, was a guy told me, he goes, Josh, goes, eye appeal is buy appeal. And I have that. I should have it on pillow on my bed, 'cause I use that. I say that almost every day. But I 100% agree with what Sharon said. Yeah, when you're designing it, you got to have the functionality. It has to be core. But if you look at it from the customer's perspective, a new person, I always say aesthetics is what gets people in the door. Functionality is what keeps them there. And
Mhm.
so that's a big that's actually a huge deal for what I do. Because that's kind of go back to what I said earlier. My stores
Mhm.
don't look like a laundromat. I don't want them to look like a laundromat. And so, at least as much as possible, minus massive equipment sitting everywhere. I guess you're going to look like a laundromat. But anyway, but yeah, I'd say to get people in the door, the aesthetics does get it. Whether going back to what we said earlier, because I said 99% of the time they saw you on Facebook, Google, TikTok, whatever avenue you're trying to go after. And that's what I said. So usually the cool lights or the wavy features, like, oh, that's cool. That doesn't look like the place down the street that's 30 years old. It's all top loaders. That's avocado green with a burned up dryer in the back corner. That type of thing. So,
Right.
which we've all seen those.
That's
Right.
vintage, Josh. That's clear.
Yes, yes. I missed that one. I'm sorry.
That's a whole different kind of aesthetic. Right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Paul, how about you? Do you have any thoughts to add to this whole, again, the balancing act?
Yeah, no, I think Sharon and Josh covered that pretty well. Yeah, it
Hmm.
just it's a business to begin with, and it's got to function as a laundromat. But
Hmm.
if you can layer it on, like Sharon said, that's
Hmm.
great. I thought that was interesting about the milk in the back. I actually read that that's actually designed on purpose to try and get you go past other stuff, which
Yep.
is, I guess we can take a little bit of that just for if you're going to be a full service store with wash, dry, fold, and so over the counter products, make it front and center where people can see it. Don't I've seen stores where they had their wash, dry, fold corner in the back or in a back corner where you can't see it, or a soap machine that's back where you can't see it. Put it up front and forward so people
Hmm.
buy that stuff. They see it
Yeah.
and they know it's there.